and welcome back to my channel. I'm feeling pretty good today, pretty culinary, kinda in the mood to milk a cow if you know what I'm saying. And yes, you guessed it. If the Lumbee Teleport or the title of this video didn't already give it away, today I'll be completing Cook's Assistant. In the words of my man Chef Gusteau, anyone can cook. But in the words of Gordon Ramsay, it's fucking raw sometimes. So really, a lot rides on this quest. The culinary arts are never meant to be trifled with, and I intend to carry this out with the utmost skill and precision of a gourmet Michelin chef. If you look behind me over there, my long-lost brother and I ran into each other here of all places. I mean, what are the odds? It really is a small world, after all. Missed you, bro. But on with the quest. Cook is in a fright. He's severely overworked and underpaid. I mean, just look how stressed my guy is. Reason being, it's Duke Horatio's birthday. Duke Horatio's big cheese around here, ruler of the Duchy of Lumbridge, both vassal and good friend of King Roald of Misselin. Misselin? Mistletoe? I don't know. His birthday's a pretty big deal, and obviously this man's gotta have his cake. Problem is, Cookie here is short on 3 ingredients. Milk, eggs, and flour. The most crucial ingredients in baking, I would argue. I mean, how are you gonna be the castle's cook and lack the basics, bro? I offered to help and accepted the quest. After that, I ran up to wish Duke Horatio a happy birthday. This has nothing to do with the quest, I just felt like immersing myself. Entering Duke Horatio's room, I was struck in awe by his immense wealth, and so proceeded to ask how I, too, could make enough money to get to his level. He replied by calling me a peasant, to which I took offense, and decided to retaliate by stealing from his chest. However, Sigmund Freud over here was keeping a hawk's eye on me, so my plan was foiled. I briefly considered pickpocketing him before I remembered that not only is my thieving level 1, I'm also not a member. So I took my leave. This quest was designed for the purpose of having the player explore Lumbridge. To be honest, Lumbridge is kind of a dump. The swamp is rat infested and goblins run amok just across the bridge. There's also a huge wealth disparity as most of its inhabitants are poor rural farmers, and there's something pretty unethical about the routine systematic massacring of chicken and cows by Bronze Longsword. I wanted to get the milk first and could have sworn a bucket spawned as a drop source here, but when I asked where it was, naught but the cow replied. I waited a good minute or so before realizing no one knew what the I was talking about. Obviously, I can't milk a cow without a bucket, and I spent an embarrassingly long time finding one, to be honest with you, but at least I knew from where I could find an egg, having just committed chicken genocide yesterday while training combat. Proud to boast an attack level 5 right now. Now I'm on the search for Millie Miller, who, if you can't tell by her name, is by profession an aerospace engineer. My sense of direction failed me in the beginning, as I started running towards Varrock for some reason, when everyone knows that Gilnor's SpaceX headquarters are actually northwest of the Lumbridge Bank. So I spun my little 64-bit pixel booty around after failing to cast the Lumbee Teleport spell several times until I realized it has a cooldown. This is how you know I'm mainly an RS3 player, cause I just be teleporting everywhere. Ain't nobody have the time to be walking all throughout the kingdom of Mistletoe on foot. At long last, I reached Millie Miller's humble mill and spoke with her to get a reminder of how to make flour. I rolled up my sleeves and got my hands dirty picking up some wheat in the adjacent field. By then I was pretty worn out, but her place didn't have an escalator, so I had to clamber up and down 2 flights of stairs, and by then I was on the verge of collapse. Luckily, I'd snagged an empty pot from the table in the cook's kitchen. So I filled that up with some of that white stuff before leaving, cause everybody knows Millie's got that good shit. 2 out of the 3 needed items have been obtained, but here I am, still milkless, all because I can't find a damn bucket. I checked the RS Wiki and read that one spawned in Draenor Manor, and I headed there confidently until the terrain got all dead and spooky. I was neither in the mood to square up with evil trees, nor to come through a huge haunted mansion for one little bucket, so it was time for plan B. Alright, fine, I'll spend my hard-earned cash. I have 1,631 gold pieces to my name. Surely there must be one bucket vendor in all these lands. I have great intuition. It was my intuition that led me back to Lumbridge, not my Google search for nearest general store. What was I doing on my phone then? Checking my stocks? Yeah, I was checking my stocks. I may or may not have cut out several minutes of footage of me getting lost, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Honestly, after years of playing RS3, returning to Old School has really brought me back to the humble basics of the game. On RS3, before starting any quest, I would quick teleport to the GE and buy all the quest items way over market price, just to have them at the drop of a hat. I don't know how y'all Iron Man players do it, but y'all have my respect. If this shopkeeper didn't have a bucket in stock, I was gonna crash the fuck out. He did though, hee hee. And as you can tell, I was very happy about that. I had spent so long searching for a bucket, y'all don't even know. Like, I really cut this video down. It's embarrassing. From there on, I skedaddled back to the cow enclosure, which was just on the other side of this bridge. At long last, I had the final ingredient in my inventory, even if I had to personally squeeze cow titty to get it. I ran like the wind back to the castle until my noob ass couldn't run anymore, then walked like the wind to share with Cook good tidings of great joy. And despite it all, despite Duke Horatio's name-calling, despite the cook not having faith in me, despite my lack of bucket location sources, we got her done. After giving the ingredients over to him, he thanked me but didn't leave a tip. Seems like he takes after his stingy-ass master. And that's it. Quest complete. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll catch you in my next one.